Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So let's get on to covering prelims questions for prelims 2020 and question number 1. Alright, it is stating the Global Investment Trend Monitor report is published by which of these agencies? So the report's name is the Global Investment Trend Monitor report and options are number 1, World Economic Forum, number 2, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, number 3, Inside Business School in partnership with Adecco Group and Google. Last is the World Bank. So pause a bit and try to come up with the right answer. It's a very simple question. Alright, so let's see the answer now. The Global Investment Trend Monitor report is published by UNCTAD, that is United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Again, we have to memorize this because it's really important. Further, there are few details that we have to keep a tab on, and these are right here. Number 1, in the year 2019, India was among top 10 recipients of FDI. That's it. How much was the total amount received as FDI? This too is important. It's about $49 billion. So this can be quoted in some of our answers depending upon the mains question. Further, as per this report, there was an increase of 16% in FDI from previous years. So yes, there indeed was a growth in 2019 from 2018 to the extent of 16%. A majority of this went into services industries, and this is either way obvious. India's service sector is way stronger than the industry or agriculture. So that make us say that yes, majority of this went into service industries including IT, that is information and technology. So that's it. Nothing much difficult about question number 1. All we have to do is to memorize that yes, Global Investment Trend Monitor report is by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. That's it. So let's move on to question number 2, which again is simple. It is stating, consider the following statements regarding TriFed, that is Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India Limited. Alright, number 1. It is the central nodal agency for implementation of MSPs, that is minimum support price for minor forest produce. Number 2, it works under Cooperative Development Corporation of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Alright. Third is it imparts training to scheduled tribe artisans. So which of the statements given above are correct? So all these 3 statements are correct because statement number 1 and statement number 2 was there in UPSC prelims question, though the statement number 3 was not there. So that make it even more important. So pause a bit, try to understand these statements on your own as if it's a real exam and then come up with the right answer. But let's see the answer now. So herein most important thing is that TriFed is under the administrative control of Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Very important. So tribal word is here, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, that's it. Second of all, yes, it is a central nodal agency for implementation of MSPs for minor forest produce. Now the keyword here is minor forest produce and not just MSPs for all the commodities, no. So this is second most important thing. Third is either way obvious, that because it is an agency working for the tribal and we know tribals are to be given some sort of training, some basic training so that their products can fetch better prices in the market. So yes, it imparts training to scheduled tribe artisans. So that's it. So second question is indeed important and interesting and simple. Let's look at few further or more details here. So it is a society. What is a society? TriFed is a society. So TriFed, that is Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India Limited. It's a big name, but some of the state services can ask such questions as well. TriFed stands for what? तो and या कुछ भी बीच में वो डाल के इसको थोड़ा confusing बना देंगे, तो इसको भी अब रट्टा लगाना है. It's easy as well. Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India Limited is TriFed. It's a multi-state cooperative society set up when in 1987. Under which act? Under Multi-State Cooperative Societies Act of 1984, but now we call it Multi-State Cooperative Societies Act of 2002. Very, very important. It looks as if it's not, but then it is. So trust me, memorize each and every point. TriFed functions under the administrative control of which ministry? Ministry of Tribal Affairs. That's it. So memorize each and every point, and that's it. We are done with question number 2 as well. Let's move on to question number 3, which again is very simple. So it is about, consider the following statements with reference to National Agricultural Higher Education Project. Alright, number 1, it seeks to support what? Agricultural universities in providing more relevant and higher quality education to their students. Is it so? Number 2 statement is, it is being undertaken on a 50-50 cost sharing basis between World Bank and the Government of India. So all the statements are important, and try to read these things on your own and try to come up with the right answer. So let's see the answer now. So project name is National Agricultural Higher Education. So it has something to do with the education plus agriculture. So yes, statement 1 is absolutely correct, that it is to support agricultural universities in providing more relevant and higher quality education to their students. That's it. Very, very simple. It's getting cleared from the name of the project itself. Second is also correct, that yes, cost is to be shared between the World Bank and the Government of India in 50-50 basis, on 50-50 basis. Very, very important. So 50-50 basis, not between the central government or the state government, but between the Government of India, that is central government, as well as World Bank. So we are done with question number 3 as well. Answer becomes C. Please memorize this. The project name is National Agricultural Higher Education Project, and this can be quoted in our mains answer as well if question pertains to what all are the steps that Government of India is taking to strengthen the agriculture sector in its entirety. एग्रीकल्चर में सिर्फ फार्मर्स को नहीं, जो बडिंग यूथ फार्मर हैं उनको भी कुछ एजुकेशन देना है, राइट? सो that's how it is. So memorize the project's name as well. So let's move on to next question, which is question number 4, which is again simple, and this was asked by UPSC in 2016 or maybe 17, but in a slightly different format. So let's study it now. With reference to National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, which of the following statements are correct? Alright, it's a debt fund for doing what? For infrastructure investment in India as well as abroad. So statement 1 is carrying lot of information. Please read it carefully. Second, it can raise funds from both the domestic as well as foreign investors. Is it so? And the last is, it is regulated by the SEBI. Very, very important. Try to read it on your own and try to come up with the right answer. So let's see the answer now. So basically, National Investment and Infrastructure Fund is a fund set up by Government of India. That's it. It is set up by Government of India to do what? As the name is suggesting, it is an infrastructure fund. So this would go for enhancing the infrastructure financing in the country. When was it established or created? It was created as per Union Budget 2015 and 16. Again important. अगर statement आ जाए कि Union Budget 2019-20 ने इसको बोला है बनाने के लिए, so that would be wrong because clearly it was announced in Union Budget 2015 and 16. Please memorize this. Now it's not a debt fund as it's been written right here. No, we're not focusing on using the money of this very fund to offer loan. Rather, the money would be used to invest in the ownership of the project. So it's an equity investment we're talking about. Please memorize this. It's an equity investment and not the debt. And from both the domestic as well as international sources, the money would be arranged. And what all are the projects in which the money can be invested? It could be both greenfield as well as brownfield. Greenfield means कुछ भी नहीं है ground में. We are to build something altogether new. And brownfield means some sort of construction has already been done. We are to just develop upon it further. And further, the money can be used on to install into stalled or stuck projects as well. What is the funding pattern here? The total corpus is 40,000 crores. UPSC just added one more zero with it and made it 4 lakh crore and that's how it jeopardized the entire question. But yes, अभी सोचने वाली बात ही है, it's a government owned fund and how could it be of 4 lakh crores, right? 4 lakh is such a huge amount. So yes, it's of 40,000 crore only, so please memorize this because question can be repeated. Further, 49% contribution would be by the government and of India, and rest, that is 51%, would be either by the domestic investors or by the foreign investors. That's it. So share भी हमको याद रखना है. Then it's an alternative investment fund. And who manages the AIFs in India? It is managed by the SEBI. Please memorize this, it's a very important point. So if alternative investment funds are managed by SEBI and National Infrastructure and Investment Fund is also an alternative investment fund, so that make us say that yes, it is indeed regulated by the SEBI. So that's it. All the statements were correct, slightly difficult, we just have to memorize. They might not be looking very difficult as of now, but when things get consolidated, then it becomes really chaotic. So do try to internalize all the facts so that you end up memorizing each and every point here itself without there being any need to revise the things, because we do not know we'll be getting time for revision or not, right? So we are done. Thank you so much for watching and goodbye.